And no, it was a pretty smooth ride for the most part.
Glad to see you're okay. That's Bo Lemastis.
And speaking of green, as Bo was saying, we're about to go there. 5 laps to go here at Talladega, and we're back to green flag racing. On the high side, Gus Dean. Down to the bottom, Josh Williams.
Yeah, 4 laps to go now to decide this as they got to the start-finish line. The dead even up front.
The number 69 is separated by a car length and a half from Chase Briscoe. I'm sure that will change here shortly, but Briscoe up there in the second row and a gap back to Will Kimmel.
Yeah, once he gets there, though, he's going to have a little bit of momentum, maybe a little bit of a bump here. Propel him forward, but there's nowhere to go. He's got Josh Williams right in front of him.
And that double yellow line is a no-no. You can't go below that. They're going to start pushing. And here comes Briscoe to push Josh Williams forward.
Oh, trouble, contact. No trouble, but certainly contact. Brady Boswell, it looked like, got into the 69 of Kimmel.
Yeah, and that was really bad news for Brett Holmes. He got shuffled out, and he'll go to the high side, and I'm not sure he can recover from back there 10 or 11 rows deep.
How about look at Josh Williams way out front here, 3 or 4 car lengths. Look at the high side. How about Creed in the 38 car and making it 3 wide?
And he's got a teammate right behind him. That's Weatherman. Those 2 are Lira Motorsports guys. See if they can hook up and go to the front.
There's Chase Briscoe. Will Kimmel been together the entire race. They have Gus Dean to the outside. They would love to get clear of him and try to do something with Josh Williams. Just 2.5 laps to go.
The spotters have got to be telling these guys. Oh, and Gerhard gets shuffled out. Oh, hard contact into the wall. The number 14 of Dustin Knowles really slams into the wall. Another car, 2 cars involved. Gerhard is junk.
Mark Thompson, the 66 involved.
So the yellow flag is going to come out here, and the ARC officials are saying to us, because of impending darkness, they are going to throw the checkered flag here. And I believe our winner is going to be Josh Williams.
Yes, whoever was out front when the caution flag was displayed, and we had to put the caution out. There was such hard contact out on the backstretch.
Folks, it is really getting dark here at the Talladega Superspeedway. We were assuming with 2 laps to go we would go back to green flag racing, but the indication here, because of the lengthy cleanup that was going to be involved on the backstretch, they have made the decision that amount of time going by, we would not be able to restart this race safely with 4 or 5 cars piled up back there and a lot of debris on the racetrack. So it appears that Josh Williams is going to be back in victory lane after his big win a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we're waiting now to hear from the ARC officials. They will review some tape. A lot of damage to Bobby Gerhardt's car. He was in a great spot. He got shuffled out of line. Then he was trying to get back up in line above the double yellow line, and then this all ensued after that.
Yeah, this is unofficial right now, folks, because they will go to the transponders, they'll go to video, to whatever they can determine who was ahead, and those cars were very, very close.
There's Corbin Forrester. Good to see him get out of that car.
Yep.
Going to take a ride to the Infield Care Center. Mandatory if you're involved in an accident that you go to the Infield Care Center.
Chase Briscoe currently listed in 3rd. I don't believe he has any shot for this win, but it is going to be great for him in the points. Briscoe was 2nd in the points coming in, and remember, John West Townley had a very bad day today. Townley is going to be listed back in about 29th out of this race. Now here's the video, Phil. We can see that Gus Dean, well,
now you see Josh is already waving.
Okay, he's saying yellow is out. All right, Josh Williams down on the inside.
Watch the outside wall. There's a yellow light. It looks to me like certainly right there that the 98's out front.
Wow, this is going to be a tight one for the ARC officials to make the decision. Briscoe to the inside, Tom Hessert outside, but look how close the 6 and the 98 of Gus Dean are. The winner of this race is Gus Dean. Josh Williams will finish 2nd.
How about that? What an amazing job by both of those young men. How about Gus Dean going to victory lane at Talladega?
Mason Mitchell Motorsports back in victory lane once again. The disappointment of Daytona wiped away as he will be the winner by about a foot, it looks like, over Josh Williams.
Yeah, what a way to bring a new sponsor on board your team.
I got to tell you, Mason Mitchell Motorsports, that is an impressive group. Those guys have really performed at a high level over the course of the last 2.5 seasons.
I don't know that we'll get a margin of victory, Ray, because it didn't happen to start-finish line,
Right.
but that couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 thousandths of a second, just like it was for Denny Hamlin at Daytona.
There'll be a bunch of zeros there, I know that for sure. Gus Dean, your winner. Congratulations to the number 98 team. Heartbreak for Josh Williams. Those two cars had run side by side for so many laps. The underdog Williams will come home in second today in that Musselman's Applesauce number 6.
See, the results right now are unofficial. Now, ARCA officials determined that Gus Dean was our winner, but they're going to go back and look for every single position.
Here is the first look at this as we see Krzyzewski coming up there, and it looks like the 22 of Boswell is on his bumper, and all 3 cars are locked together as Bobby Gerhart's in the front.
There's the contact right there. That shoves Bobby down under the double yellow line. Now he's got to get back in position. It looks like maybe Dalton Sargent got into the 14 car and turned him around.
Yeah, Dustin Knowles hit that wall very, very hard with the right front and a couple of times spinning around on the safer barrier.
Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with Bobby Gerhart getting back out in line. It looks like maybe the 66 of Dalton Sargent just barely nudged the 14 of Knowles, put him in the outside wall.
And when Gerhart and Krzyzewski were side by side, that's what clipped the front end of Corbin Forrester, and Forrester goes down into the inside safer barrier.
Well, let's take another look back behind that.
Oh,
See,
no,
Dalton Sargent got turned into the inside wall. Bobby Gerhart was just trying to go by on the inside. He got into the inside wall as well as the 66 of Sargent.
Yeah, I apologize. That was Mark Thompson right in front of those guys. You can see Thompson on the right here, and there goes Bobby Gerhart. They're side by side. Here comes the 66, and all across the front of the hood, the 66 goes in.
Yeah, that was Mark Thompson, not Dalton Sargent. Dalton Sargent was in the 55.
Ooh. The sound of a car hitting the wall at 180 miles an hour. Certainly hope that Dustin Knowles is okay.
Looks like Mason Mitchell.
He came out to give him the thumbs up. Gus Dean is from South Carolina, their race shop in North Carolina, and today he's going to get a chance to go to victory lane. Let's go back to Caitlin.
Well, I'm joined by Josh Williams, who came home in the runner-up spot. Josh, what were those closing laps like here at Talladega?
I mean, they were really great. We had a really fast race car. Clearly twice we were leading, but apparently